Episode 53. Andre sees Eva at the bar, and Eva tells him things are good with her and Ted, and that Ted got her an apartment. She also tells him she met Martin's family, and Andre tells her things aren't going well with Nicole, and that she's really hurting, but that was the plan, right? And I'm glad that Andre is being honest with her, because there's nothing worse than somebody who's asking you questions and they're feeling one way about you, but they're presenting themselves as if they don't feel that way. So I'm glad Andre was letting her know that, yeah, things going well for you, but you and your crazy mama, you also threw a monkey wrench into somebody that I care about a lot, marriage. Like Ted is handling it well because he's your dad, but what about Nicole? And she was good to you as well, so she needed to hear that. Next, Kat visits Ted at his hotel room, and Kat asks him how could he turn to a skank like Leslie, and Ted tells Kat Leslie wasn't like the woman she saw at the party. And that Dana, well, he calls her Dana. Dana didn't expect nothing, and it was a relief. He confused it with love, and he tells her he loves Nicole, but things was rough due to the IVF treatments and miscarriages that Nicole went through. So Kat asks if Nicole didn't get pregnant with her, would he had stayed with Nicole? Ted tells Kat that he felt like she needed him. Since Nicole was scared of losing another baby, that really made Ted straighten up and end the affair and choose his family. So Kat asks why didn't he wrap it up, that he's a doctor and he's smart, so why he didn't wrap it up. And he tells her he believed Dana when she said she was on the pill. And he tells her all this happened before she was born. I mean, yeah, it happened a long time ago, but I guess it's just something that she needs to hear. And he tells her he loves their family and he's there when she wants to talk. And I thought it was cool. He gave her his hotel key, and he said that she can give one to Nicole as well, letting them know that they don't have to worry about somebody being in the room, and that he's not going to use this time away to go out and sow his oats, so to say. I guess he's already done that. Next, Eva tells Andre that Nicole and Ted loves each other and she hopes they get back together. Well, yeah, I hope they do too, but it won't be because of you. Andre asks how is things with Leslie, and Eva says Leslie hasn't forgiven her. And Andre says, won't she have to do something to get Leslie back on her side? And that's a damn shame. Andre just met Leslie. Well, he just met her the same time everybody else did. And he knows her well. He knows that with Leslie, everything has to be, it's a barter system, so to say. What are you going to do for her to be able to do something for you, or vice versa? So Eva says that she will never hurt Ted and Nicole again. And Andre says, how is he supposed to believe that? Then Eva tells him she wants to be part of Ted's life. And she knows that if she wants to be part of his life, she's going to have to not do things to hurt him. Which, I mean, Ted has been good to her. Even after what she and her mom did, he's still being good to her. So it would be idiotic to want to do anything to hurt him. Next, Bill serves Leslie with a cease and desist letter in regards to defaming his name. He tells her to keep his name out of her mouth or they'll have to go to court. And Leslie says she ain't got nothing, so good luck with that. That is so funny. And growing up, I used to hear that all the time from my aunties. So when I heard that, that was too funny. Next, Kat meets Chelsea at the bar, and Chelsea tells Kat welcome to her world when Kat says she wants to be furious at her dad, but he's her dad. And Chelsea, she gets that totally. So Kat tells her to forgive her, and she seemed harsh when she was going through what Bill did to their family. Next, Bill asks Ted what is he doing to keep Dana from doing more damage. And Ted says he's too busy trying to repair the damage she's already did. And Bill tells him he thinks he's making a mistake underestimating Dana. And Bill's a shark. He knows another shark when he sees one. He knows that you cannot underestimate somebody like Dana. She is just too devious. Yeah, so you have to keep an eye on somebody like that because she's like some kind of evil, deviant person. Bill tells Ted Dana was just in his office regarding the cease and desist letter he sent her threatening to sue for defamation. So Bill tells him he can sue for blackmail in regards to the payout he gave her. And Bill tells Ted he needs to back him up because he's in this mess because of him. I mean, Bill's not wrong for that. He is in this mess because of Ted and trying to help Ted. And when he was, even though what Bill did to his family was wrong, and he feels like Ted didn't back him up, but I don't know how Ted could have backed him up when you leave your wife for your mistress. But yeah. Next, Naomi walks in and says, Uncle Ted and Dad, I can imagine who you're talking about. Next, Eva meets Leslie at Orphe Jean's, and Leslie shows her the cease and desist letter that Bill gave her. And Eva says she's not surprised. She asks Leslie what does she want to talk about. And Leslie wants her to talk to Ted and tell him to get Bill off of her. She says that she knows Ted knows she don't deserve to be treated like that. And Eva's disappointed because her selfish, narcissistic mother didn't even say happy birthday to the girl and made it all about her. But that's a shocker. It's always about her. That's what narcissists do. It's always about them. I don't know why Eva is surprised. Next, Kat tells Chelsea the cops never figured out who ran Laura off the road. And Chelsea says, oh my God, do you think? And then finally somebody is putting two and two together and figuring out what really happened to Laura and who's behind it. About time. Because I was wondering, I'm like, come on now, we dragging this a little bit too far. Let's wrap it up. So Kat says Eva and Leslie didn't miraculously get lucky. It was part of their plan. And I mean, like, Kat thinks that Eva is always involved in anything that Leslie do. But Eva, she didn't have anything to do with it. Next, Ashley tells Andre that she moved in with her boyfriend Derek. And Andre says, that's great, but you know he don't mean it. You know, somebody gives like a fake little smile and yeah, that's great. That's kind of what he did. But I don't know. Andre, you could tell he likes Ashley, but I mean, he's hooking up with Danny every time you turn around. So I don't know. Maybe he's confused. Next, selfish Leslie tells Eva they celebrated her birthday early before she betrayed her. And again, me. It's always me with this woman. She uses Eva as leverage and schemes that she's always creating, and she actually had the audacity to tell her daughter her birthday slipped her mind. Now, what kind of mama is that? I would never tell my kids something like that. That is ridiculous. And she's still trying to get Eva to go between her and Ted. And if I was Eva, I would be like, nah, my birthday slipped your mind, so what you asking me? Oops, it slipped my mind already. So Eva tells Leslie sooner or later the Richardsons are going to have questions about Laura's accident and whether Leslie had something to do with it. She asks Leslie, does she have an alibi? And Leslie tells her it's not her problem. This woman has no shame. Eva needs to stay away from this toxic ass woman. It doesn't matter if she's her mother, because really, she's the type of mama that blood don't matter. It don't matter at all. If she gets an opportunity to throw you under the bus, she's gonna throw you under the bus, mother or no mother. Next, Kat tells Chelsea no one could figure out why someone ran Laura off the road. She says it makes sense that Leslie wanted Eva to get the job with her mother, and that Kat says she made friends with Mona so Mona could recommend Eva to Nicole. And Chelsea says that's really dark, but Chelsea doesn't understand Leslie is dark, very dark. So Kat says that if Eva wasn't on the bike, she knew about it. And then Chelsea asks Kat where is she going, and she says that she has to go tell Ted about what Eva and Leslie did to Laura. Next, Kat goes to Ted's hotel room and he's not there, so she goes ahead and leaves a note. And when she's leaving, Leslie is at the door, and Leslie asks when her dad is coming back. Kat tells her a lot of people got hurt. It was more people than just her dad. Leslie tells Kat that Nicole deserved to know the truth. And Kat says, what about Laura? Did Laura deserve to get hurt? And Leslie says, is that why she's there? To warn Ted about how dangerous Eva is? Now, she forgot to include herself. Why is it talking about how dangerous Eva is? Eva ain't dangerous. You the dangerous one. And Leslie says she's not going to say it's a coincidence at all. And this evil, selfish wench is going to set her own daughter up and blame her for Laura's accident. I tell you, this bitch, she won't be getting Mother of the Year. And Kat, she doesn't know that Kat is recording the whole conversation. Leslie, evil ass, blamed Eva for the accident. What an evil ass woman. So Leslie says that she hopes she doesn't expect for her to testify against her own daughter. And Kat says, why is she telling her this? And Kat is smart, so she should be putting two and two together and understand that if Eva really was the culprit, do you really think that Leslie would be so forthcoming so quickly, and especially to Kat? Why would she need to do that? She could just deny it. Kat's not the police or anybody. So why would you give that kind of information unless you was trying to set your daughter up? So Leslie walks out and Kat grabs her phone and says, gotcha. And that ends the episode.